Interesting time, not only in sports, interesting time around the world, Marcus, and obviously sports fits into that. But as you
Right.
look at what's going on with the pandemic and all these questions about, well, what are we going to be able to do, if anything, and how are we going to be able to do it? And in the
Mhm.
last month or so, seeing the continued struggle for racial justice take another ramp in terms of the discourse from which we're all coming into that ongoing struggle. It's a heck of a time, I think, to be a coach. Have you had a chance to process how you kind of look at that, not only from a former athlete and from an African American's perspective, but also from a coaching perspective in terms of how you kind of marry all of that together and be effective at the same time?
Yeah, it's been not, I wouldn't even say it's been challenging to tell you the truth because I mean to be honest with you, just inadvertently as an African American man, you think about a lot of the things that are going on right now regardless. And especially, my family background is, we're mainly from Monroe, Louisiana, which, we kind of all know how that place, that state is in regards to, racial injustice and oppression and things that go on there. And so you always have it in the back of your mind and you're always thinking about it. In regards to coaching and how to relate, my experiences and some of the things that I have done and haven't done, and even some of the things that have happened to me, that have, been terrible. You just have to be honest with the kids and tell them, to be honest. And we've had, really good conversations, with our team. I think our young men have actually, taken on this challenge and they really want to know, like, okay, where did this start? How do we, attack it? And let's come up with a plan to attack it. And what do I need to do to help? I mean, literally, I think every kid, every one of our, our young men have done that. And, and that's the thing. That's where you have to start, in regards to coaching. Because the thing about sports is, like I said earlier, usually everybody is from a lot of different places. You always have one end goal in mind. And locker rooms are it's more than just guys that are just there and they're just kind of getting along with each other, especially when you're talking about high school and college atmospheres. Like there's usually a great and deeper love than just the game itself that goes on in those locker rooms. That's why a lot of high school and college guys, they stay friends throughout their lifetimes because they form that bond. They you see color but you don't, it doesn't make you different. And that's the thing. And, a lot of people use the term colorblind. Well, the thing about being colorblind is, it's almost abstract. You can kind of manipulate it the way you want to. But, if you see color and you accept everybody else's culture, white, black, Asian, whatever it is, and you may not necessarily agree with it, or you may not, you may try to, you may not like it, but you respect it and you respect them as human beings. So, I think that's the main message that, we try to pass on to our young men. We try to get them to understand and try to make sure that everybody's being heard from both sides. Cause it's not just about, African Americans, telling, the white kids in there what to do or whatever it is. You got to hear everybody's side. Well, if they don't understand what you go through, then how do they know, if they've done something, what somebody else is doing? And it can't be in a violent way. It has to be from a sobering place, where it's, basically just all love with brothers and try to get that message through and try to attack it together.